Hey guys, I want to introduce you to my latest building set. This is not a Lego set. It's by a brand called Lowe's, L-O-Z, and this is part of their mini Street View series. This is just a building as seen from the street, and man, I tell you, this thing is packed with details. Something you'll notice right away with this set is that it is not typical Lego size. So here is a typical Lego grill piece, whereas this is the comparable piece from the Lowe's set. So this company, I'm not sure why, but decides to make their bricks fairly small. Lengthwise, it's about maybe 3/4 of the typical Lego size, and it's shrunken in all dimensions by the same ratio. So all the pieces still look the same shape. They're just smaller all around. So it it doesn't really affect the building experience that much. It is a little bit harder, a little bit more fiddly to deal with these tiny pieces. Well, they're not that tiny. They're just a little bit smaller. But the amount of details they packed into this design more than makes up for the lack in size. So yeah, so let me take you around this building. On the left here is like a sort of a bar. It's like a traditional Japanese bar or restaurant that serves both alcohol and food. On the left there you see like a little store sign, and those hanging plaques, those are parts of the menu. They just call out different kinds of alcohol, and I assume their pricing as well. I'm not sure. Over here on the right, there's a bottle and bench seating, 2 bowls, some utensils. The details here are really quite remarkable. So there you can see the bowls. There's a spoon, a fork, some sushi over here, and there's a really pretty red lantern on the side and a couple more signs. Overall, it's a very beautiful Japanese style building. I really like this roof line here, the sign for the store. And over here to the right is kind of a seating area for also the restaurant slash bar. And upstairs, as you'll see inside, is a little lodging area that I'm not sure if it's the living space for the owner, or maybe it's like an inn for guests. Here we have 2 more little lanterns with little tassels. They're really beautiful. And a really nice highlight is this cat on top. It's really whimsical. It doesn't look like something you will see in an actual building, or maybe you do in Japan. I'm not sure, but it's just like this cartoonish element to it. This really cute brick-built cat. Most of the details here are truly brick-built, and they're very nice. I like the headband here that goes all the way around, the 2 ears with different colors, and the face and even the whiskers are all brick-built. The only printed elements are the little glimmers in the eyes and the nose and mouth. And also here's a little nice brick-built alcohol bottle here. I also just want to point out all the very nice floral and other details all around. Here's some, I think it's cherry blossoms, some various plants, wildflowers, a little birdie on the roof, a little TV antenna, some more flower planters. These are just really wonderful details all around. Some more flower planters here. I also really like this grill, this window grill on the front here, the railing here, and cute little dog down here, some alcohol bottles, and another alcohol jug down here, and a little puff of steam out here. It's like the exhaust for the kitchen, and some more maybe bamboo type plants out here. And this represents a window AC unit. I thought that's a really nice touch. And around to the back, the entire thing is actually open, so you can see all the way inside. So on the other side of the restaurant bar area is the kitchen. In the kitchen, there's a lady running the whole show. It's not your typical Lego style minifigure, but it is very nice as well. This hairpiece is actually kind of a rubber material. It's somewhat soft and flexible. And the face print and the print on the clothes are just very nice and very detailed. Nice color as well. And the arms move, the head moves, and you can bow as well. You can bend the figure over. In the kitchen, you'll find a stove here. So that same piece that was used for an AC unit outside is used for a stove on the inside in the black color. And a little jug of, I'm assuming, oil on the side of the stove. Very nice brick built. And some cooking utensils hanging on the side. And this green thing down here, that's a drawer that actually opens. It's kind of hard to get to right now, but if you open it, oh, look, I did manage to open it. And inside there are a couple of dishes and some other things in there. So let me tuck it back in. Put the oil back as well. Over here on the other side downstairs is a little eating seating area with 2 sitting mats and a table with some food and drink on the table. Very nice lamp up here. Some nice interior details too. Over here is a sticker that shows that they serve barbecue here. Nice pretty fan on the right. Just very nicely detailed all around. And then going to upstairs, there is a bedroom with a very pretty purple bed there, nice blue curtains, and a little vanity over out here on the right with a mirror and some makeup type products. Across over to the right is a little bathroom. There's a tiny little sink here, another bottle of maybe shampoo or something like that here, and an umbrella. So very, very detailed all around. And another cool thing with this set is the whole thing actually closes up into one building. So you can display it like this. It just becomes one building. And when you close it up, you reveal a little bit more detail on the side as well, showing that what they serve. There's some alcohol, and there's like a lodging place as well. You also see one more window and some more flowers. So this just goes all the way around. Extremely detailed. Just the whole thing, every inch, every fraction of an inch is packed with all kinds of details. I don't know who designed this, but this came from a very talented designer. You can also turn the cat's head around like so. That way you can have the cat facing the restaurant bar side of things. So that is all. I just wanted to share with you my latest building set, which I really enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed as well. Thank you. One more thing I forgot to mention, in the reviews, some people talk about missing pieces, and that was not my experience at all. I got all the pieces I needed. In fact, it came with just a ton of extra pieces. I mean, this is crazy. It looks like you have an extra of every piece you will need, at least the smaller pieces. So that's nice. Definitely no missing pieces. And here's some extra breakout pieces as well. Some kitchen equipment here, and one extra little bowl. And I also appreciate that it came with a part separator, you know, for their mini size. Yeah, so it's really nice to have that inclusion. These pieces, like I said, are pretty small and they're, you know, kind of fiddly to deal with. So having a part separator really helps. Well, maybe I should talk some more about the pros and cons that I came across. So I think I talked about all the pros already. I just really appreciate all the details that was put in here. The whole thing just looks very cohesive, both as a standalone building this way, as well as this way, and when it's opened up as well. There are just so many ways to display this. I really love the aesthetics. This traditional Japanese-ish style. I really dig it. And I also like how you can open it and see and access everything on the back. As far as the cons, well, there aren't too many. I think one of the main cons is that because the bricks are smaller, they are a little bit harder to deal with, a little bit harder to build. And it felt like maybe it was a little bit harder on your finger as well. My fingers were definitely hurting towards the end of the build. The whole thing took me about 3.5 hours, so it's a fairly substantial build. It looks like there are 789 pieces, so a pretty significant amount of pieces. It's labeled for ages 6 and up. My evaluation is if you handed this to a 6-year-old, I think they might struggle a bit. It was somewhat difficult of a build. Most of the building techniques are pretty sound, pretty solid, although there are some places where things get a little bit tricky. So I think it's really more meant for either older kids or even adults. I enjoyed it as an adult. Let's see, what are some other cons? The instructions. So the instructions are very nice, very nicely printed, but they do tend to, how do I put it? Maybe put multiple steps together. So like they consolidate certain steps. So they're not quite foolproof as Lego's instructions are. So that is a bit of a con as well. Also, as far as how the pieces came together, I would say the quality of the pieces matching is not quite as good as Lego. It's not bad though by any means. I have played with some well, so-called knockoff Lego before, or off-brand Lego, and the pieces didn't fit together so well. But this set is different. This set, I would say, is 80 to 90% of Lego's quality as far as fit goes. Actually, all the pieces fit together very tight. Maybe a little bit too tight sometimes, especially considering how small the pieces are, and you just have to press really hard to click them together. So yeah, so I think the fit is decent. It's not quite Lego quality, but it's not far off. The only piece that felt a little bit loose going in was this lamp here. From this lamp going into the ceiling, that connection there felt a little bit loose, but I thought it was going to be a problem, but at the end it stayed there just fine. You can see it's a little bit crooked, so yeah, it still feels a little bit loose, but it stays okay. I think this set is not really meant to be a playset per se, because of the scale and all that, and also maybe the lack of multiple minifigures. It's not so much meant to be as a playset as it is meant as a display set. So I guess if some of the pieces are a little bit loose, I think that's tolerable. So speaking of minifigures, that is another con. Well, first of all, kudos to them for including any minifigure. Here's the one minifigure that it came with. But in order to use this as a playset, it would be nice to have multiple minifigures. You know, if this lady is the store owner, it'd be nice to have one or two customers who can, come up to the front here and sit on the bench and interact with the store owner, or interact with the dog, or come around back here to enjoy the nice seating area, or even the bedroom upstairs. So those are the cons in my opinion. Overall, I still really, really enjoyed my experience, and yeah, that is all. Just wanted to share my enjoyment with you, and I hope you all have a good one. Thank you.